Hi guys, it's Ian from E2A Educate to Accumulate. It is Thursday, the 17th of Feb 2022. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock in the morning in the UK. I hope you're well. The streak that we're having at the moment seems to continue, so I'm very happy for that, and I thank the trading gods for looking after us. Want to explain two setups this morning. We've got a Euro Swiss setup. Posted that into the Telegram group this morning, and we're pushing to the upside from there, so that's looking quite nice. And also we've got another setup this morning if it plays out, which is going to be the Aussie dollar against the US dollar. Let's get to the charts. Let's get the reasoning behind the setup. So really off two different time frames here for Euro Swiss. Big picture analysis, and we should always remember where we are with regards to sort of trends. But it's still looking quite negative for Euro Swiss, which should mean a negative sentiment for stocks and stock indices. But if you note here, this was a very bullish week on the 31st of Jan, and anything sort of down near the Marubozu levels seems to be finding some sort of buying interest, at least corrective moves to the upside. So that's in the back of the mind. That's the weekly chart. Nothing daily, nothing 8 hour really, but this is the time frame that we've been focused on. So the moves higher, and we always talk about this, these corrective moves, these CD legs, they are pretty hard to decipher. What we have here, if we just break that down, just so we don't confuse everybody. So what we've got here is quite a nice pattern. This is known as a bat formation. So if we put a fib retracement tool on here, we get to 88.6%. Okay, so we get some confluence. So we're looking for Fibonacci confluence areas, and we've got that to the downside. So don't want to confuse this chart too much. So what normally happens on the retracement is we will get either just a mild pullback at 38.2% of this move, or we'll get a stronger pullback which will head for between 78.6 and 88.6. Why these are good areas to take short positions is because we know where our stop is, because if it breaches the previous swing high, then this pattern can't look like that, so it defaults, if you like. So when we see these corrective patterns, what I like to see is I'd like to see that if it's only going to go to 38.2, I like to see it in three waves, because three waves are normally corrective sequences, and we're sort of combining a bit of Elliott wave here, if you like, in with cipher patterns. But what we have got, if we go to the 1 hour chart, it's not, I can't really see this in three waves. I think it's more like five waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then going back in three waves. So the corrective sequences have a tendency to be in three waves. And what happens as well, let's just get rid of the smiley face, not smiling too much at the moment. What happens as well is that we come back to normally 88.6%. So what we need to do then is we need to be looking at our extension tools, okay, to try and format another move to the upside, which will then be our sort of target level for this bullish move. But again, we've also just got to put retracement tools on it, on the wrong one, to get pullback levels. So we've got a 61.8% pullback here. We've then, of this move, we've then pulled back to 88.6% of this move, projecting it to move up to here. So the reason that we took this morning, well, there's a few reasons actually. We took this morning, let's just put that so it mirrors, okay, because this is an inside cipher. So this cipher pattern is inside this cipher pattern. So you can see the dotted red line is the target level, and that is between 78.6 and 88.6%. So it gives us a nice target. What does the 1 hour chart give us? Well, the 1 hour chart gives us a nice entry around about 88.6%, and it also gives us a nice target, because when we're talking about risk reward again, and I think we got in around about here is the stop below the swing low. I think we actually got 4.4, so it's ample risk reward for a move to the upside. What did we also get? Well, on the single currency baskets, we got support in the euro, so I've got that bias. On the Swiss, it's a bit of a different picture. The Swiss franc highlights that we could go either way, and if we do break lower, then the break to the downside could be quite aggressive. So I have got that bias, but the main bias is in euro. And when I look at the other euro crosses, i.e. euro, dollar, euro, yen, etc., there are reasons why I can see euro going to the upside, but this one, and this is why we look at multiple currencies, we're not just stuck looking at euro, dollar, or sterling dollar. This one offers the best setup. So that's the reasoning behind euro Swiss. And like I said, got a live trade in that on the Telegram channel this morning. This one hasn't gone live yet, so I'm also looking at the Aussie dollar against the US dollar. So let's talk through this setup. And again, it's pretty similar to the Euro Swiss setup in the fact that we've got a pattern within a pattern. Okay, so this is the big picture as far as I'm concerned in Aussie dollar. So this is this inside leg. So basically we've got a crab formation here. Okay, and then we've got this inside bat formation building. The fact that we only retraced 78.6% of this move is an unlikely fib. Okay, it's very unlikely that this is going to just pull back to here. Remember, it should be 38.2 or it should be 88.6. So we're focusing on the 88.6 level. What do we also have? Well, we've got this BC leg moving up to the 88.6 level. So if we go to this time frame, and I know it sounds complicated, but trading is complicated. You know, a lot of people say you've got to keep it simple, or keep it simple, stupid. I've never heard a worse saying. It's not easy. If it was easy, then everybody would be making money at it, and that's why you've got maybe 25% of people that do make money and 75 that just blow their accounts. So here is the inside leg. So this is the bat formation. Why is this so beneficial, or why is this setup so good again? Well, it's all to do again with risk reward. So you can see my alarm there. That's where I've got my trade set. If I go back to a higher time frame, okay, this is my target level. So again, let's use the sync tool there. So I'm going down to there as far as I'm concerned. Let's call it 70 the figure. If I go back to this time frame and I go down to 70 the figure, where's my stop? Well, I know where my stop is. My stop's above this swing high, which is what we keep on saying. So suddenly, you know, you've got a Euro Swiss trade, which is maybe 4 to 1. This Aussie dollar trade setup, if it plays out, is 9.6 to 1. You don't need a lot of those to make money. Also, what we have with regards to the single currency baskets, got the dollar extremely close to a support level. And we've also got the Aussie single currency extremely close to a resistance level. So this is looking prime for a move to the downside. Let's just have a look at the Dixie. Okay, here on DXY, it doesn't look like we're about to hit support. So this was obviously yesterday, we saw a spiked upside. We saw some volatile trading in the dollar index. This isn't the single currency that I look at. What I look at is an overlay of different currency pairs, and the DXY is a weighted basket. The basket that I use is unweighted, and I think it gives a better reflection, if I'm perfectly honest, of what the dollar is doing. And actually, the basket is showing a lower low, whereas the DXY is showing a higher low. And what you could quite easily do here is you could just move that up and say, well, that is a pattern. I've actually got a Gartley formation, so the next move, as long as that low is not breached, is to the upside. And in fact, We could even go further and say, well, if I get to 61.8, which I'm not there yet, then that's going to be an exact level for a Gartley formation. So DXY support 95.65, and then I've got these support levels below. But like I said, I'm not really looking at DXY unless I'm looking at taking a trade in DXY, which I don't very often. What I'm looking at is the basket currencies. So just to reiterate what we talked about, we're live in the Telegram group of a Euro Swiss long trade this morning, which at this current point is on side, and looking for a short trade in Aussie against the US dollar with a potential return of about 9.5 R. If you like the video, please like it on YouTube. If you want to see more of the same, then please follow. If you want to get live updates of what trades are being executed, especially first thing in the morning, we're sort of updating the Telegram channel with levels and then doing the video. Obviously the video takes a lot longer, and plus I have to do all my morning prep. So if you do want to get that more timely, then come and join us in the Telegram group. It's educate to accumulate. The 2 is a number 2. Okay, many thanks. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.